I'm feeling sweet like sugar, and let me tell you why. Because today we're going to be talking about something I personally feel very passionately about, and that is lighting your streams. Now, some of you might know a lot about lighting. I personally do, just from my videography and photography background, but others might be kind of lost, and I know I was when I first started learning all this stuff. So there's just a few key principles that I want you guys to keep in mind. How much light you have, where you have shadows, what color your lights are, that's a big one, and where they're positioned. So we're gonna talk about all those things in this video. These are the 3 biggest ways that you can improve your lighting in your stream. It's super dark right now, and what is that all about? Well, the first thing that you guys need for your stream is a key light. Now, you notice I have some light on me, and that's just from my computer screen or my monitor. The reason that that's on is because it's probably gonna be on when you're streaming. I mean, you have to play on some type of screen, right? So that's gonna be the first light source that you have. And although it's small, it is nice to just kind of take notice of it and how it affects the picture. The first way that you can improve your stream lighting is by using something called a key light. Now, in the lighting world, a key light is the main light that's closest to your model or your actor, or you in this case, and it's gonna be lighting up the majority of your face, and it's meant to be placed in front of you, but a little bit to the side. So my key light when I'm streaming is a little bit off to my right. I'm gonna light it right now. All right, so I just lit up my key light, and you'll notice that most of the light is coming just off the side of my face here, because it's a little bit to my right. And you see here, there's a little bit of a shadow, we call it a fall off in the lighting world, as it kind of like gets darker towards the left side of my face. So it's especially noticeable if I turn, but you can even see it when I'm looking straight on. And I'm looking at the screen, sorry if I'm kind of going back and forth between you guys and my little monitor here. I'm just checking to see how the light looks on my face. So that's called a key light. Now when I'm sitting down, it's a little bit more above me, so it's meant to be placed like right here kind of, not this close, but here, so it lights up your face at an angle, and you get a little bit of a shadow to your side. Now, in the lighting world, there's also something called a fill light, which is meant to kind of fill in these shadows, but we're not gonna talk too much about that in this video. So an important thing to know about your key light is you're gonna want a white light, or something on the cooler side of the color temperature spectrum. So I'm gonna show you guys a diagram right now that'll explain the different color temperatures out there. And if you're not familiar with what color temperature is, it's just how warm or cool the light source is. And this is all measured in something called Kelvin. If any of you guys have taken chemistry before, you know exactly what Kelvin is. You have Fahrenheit, you have Celsius, and then you have Kelvin. It's just another way to measure temperature, and it's what they use to talk about the warm or coolness of a light. I'd recommend just getting a floor or desk lamp to use as your key light. Mine is called Svervel. It's from IKEA. You know, they all have really weird names. It was about $60, and it's a stand-up floor lamp with 2 lights on it, and it actually takes E12 bulbs. So I'm gonna put the link in the description for that lamp, but if you are gonna buy it, make sure you're getting E12 bulbs. And since we want a white or cool color temperature on the light, you're gonna wanna look for a bulb with a color temperature of about 4100 Kelvin to 5000 Kelvin. This is gonna mimic white or daylight, which is a little bit bluer. You could certainly find cheaper options, but this is what I went with because it looks nice and it also works well. Step number 2 in improving your lighting situation on your stream is to get some background lighting. Now you notice I turned on the key light, but look behind me. It's all dark and dreary, and that might be the look you're going for, but if you're like me, you want to spice it up a little bit. So with your light in the background, you can actually do a couple of different things. You could even go for a warmer color temperature to kind of show the nice warmth behind your room, or you can do something like get a colored bulb. Now right here, I have a Philips blue bulb. It's an LED bulb. And by the way, I do like to use LED bulbs because they're more energy efficient, but also the bulb itself doesn't get hot. So you can just touch it and unscrew it and screw it back in, even if it's been on for hours. Just remember though, the bottom part will get hot, so don't burn yourself. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right now. I have a warm bulb screwed into a clamp. You can get a clamp at Walmart for like $8. You can just kind of like attach it to something, and it has a little bendable neck that you can put a light bulb on. Got it from Walmart for $8, super great, really, really useful. I'm gonna turn it on right now and see what it looks like. Boom. So it's just kind of lighting up the background nice and warm, and it adds a little bit of a pop, and you can actually see some of the light kind of bounces off me and it kind of outlines my shoulder a little bit nicer. Just gives a good look to the whole room. But if that's not your thing, or you just don't want to go through all the trouble, another great way to light the background, subtly yet effectively, is by using a candle. Now candlelight is super, super warm, and it's gonna contrast with the white light that you have touching your face, and it's really gonna pop with that nice bright yellow behind you. Let's check it out. My candle picked a great time to go dead on me. You can kind of see it, right? It's getting there. I think you can kind of get what I'm saying. Even though it's really dead right now, I'm gonna give it a second to burn away the wax and get to the wick, and it'll be brighter. But you get the point. You saw it in the beginning of the video. The candle in the background adds a nice little touch. Now, alternatively, what you can do for this background lighting tip is change that bulb over there with a colored bulb. So I'm gonna screw in the blue Philips colored LED bulb, and you guys are gonna see what that looks like. So we're back, and you can see that the blue light kind of gives a totally different look. It actually, I think, looks nicer since I'm wearing an orange shirt. It gives a little bit of contrast, that blue and orange effect. And it would be nice if the candle was on, because then you get the cool with the warm, and it would look really nice, kind of like in my wallet video if you saw that one. The candle, I don't know what, you guys did this. You did this to my candle. Come on, come on. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, guys, that is the second tip. And last but not least, we're gonna move on to tip number 3, which is using a rim light. What in the world is a rim light? Well, a rim light is a light that kind of gives you a little halo or a rim around your head. Now you'll notice my hair is super dark right now, and it kind of blends in with the background. The purpose of a rim light is to come from above you and cast a little bit of glow on your hair. This is especially important if you have dark hair, because your hair can really blend in with the black background really easily. So you're gonna see what happens when I turn on and flick the switch for my ceiling lights in my room. It's gonna come down on top of me right there and cast a light. Check it out. There you go. Now this might be a little bit too strong for my taste, but you can see I have some glow on my hair now, and my head kind of pops from the background a little bit. If I move forward a little bit, you can see, I think you guys get the point. It's called a rim light. Now you can look up rim light or 3-point lighting on Google and see tons of examples of this. I'll actually post a picture right now. All right, so there you go. That's what 3-point lighting looks like. You can see how important it is now. This is great to use on your stream. It's gonna come up nice on your webcam. The only thing is you're gonna wanna change some settings with your webcam so that it doesn't auto expose. You're gonna wanna do that on your own, but I think that's a separate video. So this video has been wrapped up. We covered the number 1, 2, and 3 best ways to improve the lighting in your Twitch stream, starting with the key light, the background light, and the rim light to make your head pop out from the background and show up nice on your webcam. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learned something today. If you did, leave a like and comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.